entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Fundamentals. My name is Robert Bitto. Today we're going to talk about what happens when you become successful or have a little bit of a success and people see that and they want a piece of it in the form of, let's collaborate. That phrase comes from someone who wrote on my Facebook page when I announced that I was coming out with a line of t-shirts. Well, what I was doing is I was putting some designs on Spring. It used to be called Teespring back in the day. And I promoted that on Facebook that I was coming out with this line of t-shirts, which to me was just another thing with business. It's something, in the course of business, you want to try new things, but I publicized it on Facebook, and then someone who is on my list, who is a former customer of my retail store, who is a public school teacher, said, "Hey, you know what? I've always had ideas for t-shirts. Maybe I can, jump on the bandwagon here and do some partnership with Robert." Well, okay. She's not the first one, but I'm going to give her as an example to you. So she saw that here we have a person, me, who actually gets things done. And that's appealing to a lot of people, especially if you're stuck in some dead-end, thankless job or whatever. You sit at home and maybe you'll have an idea or two. And so you see somebody else doing what you want to do, and then you think that your ideas are enough for you to work with them. Well, in my case, that's not enough. I have more ideas for business projects and all of these other things that I want to do. I have more ideas than I can execute in an entire lifetime. They just come, it's the nature of the beast as an entrepreneur. You're always thinking up new things out of necessity. Well, somebody's just sitting around and, they have like one idea or two ideas, and right away they think that that's something really special, and they're too lazy or they don't know how or whatever to execute the idea, and they see that somebody else has done it. They just want a piece of that, and they want somebody else to either do it for them or show them how to do it. Now, there's no benefit really for me to be helping somebody else do t-shirts, but that people will look at you and try to use you, and they'll see that you know how to do something, and they just want a piece of it, like I said. So whenever somebody says to me, "Let's collaborate," I always think of it as that person is saying, "Hey, I have an idea. You know what to do. How about you do the work for me?" No, that's not going to work. I've had other people too come to me with deals and, ideas. I have one person in particular who's been my friend for almost 20 years, and he's Mr. supposed deal maker. And I've gone in on some things with him like a long, long time ago that never amounted to anything. One time I was at lunch with a mutual friend, and he said, "Hey, do you know so-and-so, Mr. Deal Maker? Well, has he ever closed a deal?" And I'm like, "No, as a matter of fact, he hasn't." It's all talk, which is another topic for another discussion, how people will a lot of times talk about things, and talking about it and thinking about it in your mind is almost the same as doing it. And they get that out of their system and it feels like they're accomplishing something, but it doesn't. But this other deal maker guy, he too saw me as someone who gets things done and thought that he would, quote, work with me because then I would do all the work, and that's really tiring. So what I do is a rule for somebody who says, "Let's collaborate." Then I say, "Okay, what do you bring to the table? And are you willing to put up half the financing and do half the work for the project? Are you willing to do that? If you are, and you can come up with some sort of plan in paper form that you can put in front of my face to look at, great. Then we can start talking. But all of this willy-nilly, hey, I'm a government worker and I hate my job and I have this idea and I want you to do the work for me. No, it ain't gonna fly. I'm too busy. I have too many ideas of my own. So here is my advice to other entrepreneurs. If you're in your zone and you're doing your own thing and someone comes along and says, let's collaborate, or, hey, we should work together, and they're not bringing anything to the table, don't even entertain the idea. Don't even spend time talking to them. That's time wasted, okay? And that person, if they keep coming back again and again, like what happened to me, you've got to put your foot down, which I eventually did. And I said, I can't play games like this anymore. You never do anything. You never come up with any solid plans. And all you do is spend time talking to me for 2 hours at a time. And that's almost abuse. So you got to nip it in the bud. You got better things to do. You have more important things to do with your life. You have your own ideas. And so that's all I want to say about this. Don't let anybody try to take advantage of your time with just coming to the table with an idea and telling you, let's collaborate. Don't do it. You got a busy life. You need to build your business, and you have to concentrate on what's right in front of you. That's all I have to say on this topic. So remember to always work hard, and may all your entrepreneurial dreams come true.